What life-changing item can you buy for less than $100? A king-sized blanket for a queen-sized bed. I got a king for a double bed. Best decision ever. The double sheets fit the bed, but I couldn't snuggle completely under them without curling up. Now, I can hide completely under the duvet stretched out. Best thing ever in the winter. If I pull the covers completely over myself, the boogeyman can't find me. Just make sure your foot doesn't hang over the edge of the bed. This post cost me over $400 so far. Sharp knives for the kitchen. I put off buying a whetstone for a long time. Mostly because I was nervous I would use it wrong and ruin my knives. But it's not too hard at all if you get one with an angle guide. Makes chopping stuff up faster, easier and safer. We bought a whetstone what feels like years ago and it went unused until last week. Everyone in the household is constantly complaining about dull knives and I always tell them, well, we do have a whetstone, to which they respond, I don't care now how to use that !1. Eventually the dullness started to actually bother me, so I spent 30 seconds watching a YouTube video and gave it a crack. Then I learned it had been bothering me my whole life and I just didn't know it. Knives are supposed to cut that easily. Holy crap. When I started dating my now wife, I introduced to the concept of sharpening knives and she had no idea that it was supposed to be easy to cut veggies and fruit. In my opinion, definitely a weighted blanket if you have a hard time sleeping at night or have anxiety. They have some at Target for $25 currently, smiley face. I just use the crushing weight of all my failures instead. Much cheaper. Something else that really helped with sleeping for me is a bottle that keeps water cold. Mizu or whatever. Being able to drink ice cold water at any time during the night without leaving your bed changes everything. Motion sensor night lights. Can't tell you how many stubbed toes or falls they have prevented. Also a cheap intruder alarm. Get a motion activated toilet bowl light. They are amazing. Don't kill your eyes in the middle of the night when you gotta pee. Relatedly, a dimmer switch for the bathroom. Works in the middle of the night, as well as early mornings, as you can gradually increase the brightness to match your current tolerance for the world. Carbon monoxide detector. Post-it notes are far cheaper. Our landlord isn't letting me talk to you, but it's important we do. I feel happy I recognize this. It's quite legendary. Such a crazy moment of Reddit history, lol. More than one 10mm socket. Excuse me while I cry. 1/7/16 of an inch at a time. Blackout curtains for your bedroom. Changes your life if you want to sleep all day. I refused to have them in my room after living like a vampire for a few years. Combine it with a wake-up light alarm clock. Block the sun, then emulate its rise. The future is here, people. May sound simple, but a good pillow. It is amazing the change in body aches and sleep you see when you have a good pillow that fits you. I thought that I liked memory foam and other fancy pillows, but the real life changer for me was a buckwheat pillow. I have sleep apnea, and it allows me to get my head into the perfect position and keep it there comfortably. Oh man, did my life change when I got my buckwheat pillow. I tried using the standard pillows, but could never find one that was comfy. Memory foam got too hot or would compress to a pancake. Getting used to the noise took like a week or so, but after that, pure bliss. How does one find the perfect pillow? Sunscreen. No skin cancer for me. For anyone that disagrees with this comment, I've had multiple skin cancer surgeries. It's not the scalpel cutting flesh away from your body that hurts the most during the procedure. It's whatever liquid they inject into you to deaden the nerves around the cancer that hurts. The needles don't hurt, but that shoot they inject into you is effing nasty. Wear your sunscreen, kids. A 10-foot charging cable, or a quality pair of shoes. Frick me, I'm reading this hunched over with my phone plugged into an impossibly short charging cable. You might consider a USB extender, which comes in handy for other things as well. Then you can just plug it into whatever. Don't wanna sit at your desk for gaming? USB extender. Now you can sit at the couch and use the coffee table, instead of your desk and the TV, instead of your monitor. A 10-foot charging cable, only if of god quality. Otherwise it might lose enough voltage over its length for the phone to not charge. Been there, done that. I once bought a 10-foot charging cable of god quality. Unfortunately, it was the god Hephaestus and almost burned my apartment down. He's not used to working with cables. Give him a break. National Park Annual Pass. If you're a veteran with any % disability rating, they're free for life. Did not know this, thanks. Even if you are not a veteran, if you have a handicap placard along with the letter you take to your DMV, it's free as well. Step 1. Throw away all your socks. Step 2. Buy 3-5 packages of the same sock. Step 3. Enjoy a life without ever having to match socks again. I used to only have these specific Adidas ankle socks, but they stopped selling them, changed them. It was a very sad day. A good shop vac. You will not believe how many uses around the house you'll find for it. Cobweb removal, water removal, gravel removal, vent cleaning, soot trap cleaning. After a good scrub, since it's likely dirty from other tasks, car vacuuming, dust sucking, the list goes on. Seriously, if you plan to buy or already own a home, go get a shop vac. My wife said we needed a new vacuum and made the mistake of sending me out to get one. I love my new shop vac. Mayo. Condoms. My dad's biggest regret. Womp womp. First aid kit. Similarly, a fire extinguisher. My dad was a firefighter. When my wife and I bought our first house, my dad gave us 6 fire extinguishers, a box of 9 volts, and a life ladder. Man, I miss that guy. I can only imagine the pride on his face as he relishes in the "of course you did" look on your face. Sounds like a great guy and a better father. I hope he's resting easy. Thanks, internet stranger. I really appreciate that. Light-hearted, but a pressure cooker. You can get one for around $100, and it can easily cook a genuinely staggering variety of food, and cook it well. Every Indian family uses a pressure cooker. I can say with confidence 99% of Indians use this. I can't imagine my life without a pressure cooker. It makes rice, meat, lentils, pulses, beans, almost everything in less time. Indian pressure cookers are very uncomplicated though, which is what I like. No fancy manometers, no timers, just basic weights for pressure release and stovetop use. I love them. A dash cam for your car can protect you from wrongful claims, also vandalisms and theft. I got one. Although I have never been in an accident before, knock on wood, the peace of mind that it gives me to know that I had backup evidence or anything of that sort for future issues is calming. Best $50 spent in the last 30 days. Or maybe some sweet internet points down the road from catching some happenstance situation. Remember all them rad meteorite videos from Russia? Because everyone had a dashcam. I'm not going to lie. When I was installing it, that thought also went through my head, haha. I don't have many points, so I would be banking on that, lol. I've had one for a few years. Finally paid off when a guy backed into me at full throttle while we were waiting at a red light. Without it, I'm sure I would have been blamed for rear-ending him. A good showerhead. I cannot stress enough how a high-quality showerhead can turn getting clean into utterly zen. 30-minute self-healing and relaxation session. Bonus points for a detachable showerhead and extra double bonus points if you are a lady who enjoys that particular brand of flying solo. 24M. I bought a book online about SQL for like $25 and then a course on Udemy for like $11.99. But went from a job earning $35,000 to $55,000 because I took time to learn a new skill. And if I end up staying and becoming a higher level analyst, salary is around circa 75k. Maybe data analysis isn't your gig, but learning a skill can be cheap in terms of money. More time consuming than anything but worthwhile. I make $120,000 a US. My primary skill is SQL and pulling data. Yes, I have degrees, but I don't really use any of that shoot. Moving data is a skill that makes you a god in the business world. A good chef's knife and a cast iron skillet. When you have tools that are satisfying to use, cooking becomes less chore and more hobby. You'll end up eating healthier, cheaper than takeout restaurant, and ditching the dull Walmart knife and scratched up non-stick aluminum skillet are the best place to start. I got a great knife at the outlet mall for $52 and a 12 inches cast iron pan on sale for $32. That leaves me $16 for ingredients for fajitas. And you can make a lot of fajitas for that price. Not with the amount of cheese and sour cream I put on fajitas. An electric toothbrush. A cookbook. Not like a fad celebrity book, but a real old school family cookbook. Best one I ever found was at a garage sale and was like 6 inches thick ring binder full to the brim with yellow pages, some with stains. It honestly should have been a family treasure and I got it for $20. Hundreds of family recipes with easy to follow handwritten notes. I'm sad I never met the grandma that this thing once belonged to. Or an old school home ec textbook. Found one at a thrift shop and it's from the early 60s and it's awesome. It'll teach just plain old home cooking, but also includes stuff I've never seen in other cookbooks. For example, how to time everything so it all comes out at once, a chapter on cooking for the ill, and there's also a dated chapter on losing or gaining weight. Budgeting is also a big part, as well as just planning tasty, balanced meals. The right shampoo and conditioner. Dude. I use this super girly looking stuff called Love Beauty and Planet, and my hair is glorious and I love putting my hands into it. And other people like putting their hands in my hair too. Generally women. Female marketed products are vastly superior in so many ways, and dudes won't buy it, because they're forced into the men's marketed section with bears and wolves and trees that represent shooty college smelling products that are 12 in 1 body hair / dish clothes car wash. Hair is hair. Choose the products marketed towards people who give a shoot about their hair. Be the beautiful man you are meant to be. One of the male-marketed products that is superior though is men's razors. I know women that swear by men's razors. Both. Because they're higher quality and lower in price.